Identity is the hidden architecture of behavior, and your subconscious doesn't chase goals, it protects your identity. If your goal and identity don't match, subconscious wins every single time. That's why people can consciously want success, but unconsciously stay stuck. Hypnosis bridges that gap, then align your emotions and actions to that decision. Because until you change your self image, every success feels temporary. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Derrick Wali Anderson. I want to welcome you back to the second episode of the Subconscious Shift. And today I'm excited to really talk about a few things with you guys today. It's really going to be talking about how hypnosis rewires the mind. It's going to be framed from homeostasis to healing. So homeostasis is something that you guys may or may not be aware of, but I'm super excited to dive into it again. I'm Derrick Wali Anderson. I'm the founder of Dream with the Deadline, and we help high performers finish what matters most, no willpower required. All right, so with all that out of the way, I'm super excited. You can tell I'm rambling already. But if you guys caught episode 1, you know this show isn't about hype or motivation. It's about rewiring how you think, feel, and most importantly, you perform and show up for the world. Today, we're going to be diving into the engine behind it all. It's your subconscious mind and how hypnosis helps to reset that engine from resistance to readiness and ultimately execution. All right, so the first thing that we're really going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the subconscious mind and its primary job. And this may surprise you guys if you haven't heard this before, because the subconscious mind, its primary job isn't your success, your goals, helping you accomplish that. It's about your safety and your survival. It doesn't care if you feel fulfilled when you wake up or when you go to sleep. It only cares about what's familiar. And this is called homeostasis. Now, if you're familiar with this term, maybe you're in the medical field or something like that. That's the first time I came across it when I was actually working as a firefighter. This term homeostasis, it's about the body and the mind, its natural drive to stay balanced, even when the balance isn't built around what's functional, even if it's built around what's dysfunctional, which sounds really crazy saying that out loud. That's why some people stay stuck in a bad relationship, or they self-sabotage, or they keep almost breaking through. They keep almost succeeding, but they never quite break through and accomplish that goal of becoming that next best version of themselves. Because familiarity equals safety to the subconscious, even when it's killing your potential. So when you try to grow, launch a business, change your habits, build confidence, quick plug, I'm doing an episode of our group hypnosis sessions this Saturday, all centered around confidence. If you have any doubts, fear of public speaking, you have test anxieties, anything in that nature, you guys should definitely show up. I'll leave a link in the description. We're going to be talking all about confidence and how you can actually own confidence. Right. So quick plug about that. Right. So circling back, if you want to launch a business, change habits, build confidence, the subconscious may trigger resistance. And it's not because you're broken, not because you're lazy. It's because your mind reads change as something potentially dangerous. Hypnosis doesn't force that change. It negotiates with that part of you that's still protecting the old version of yourself. I'm going to say that again because that sounds crazy saying it out loud. The subconscious is going to be negotiated with during hypnosis, and it's going to reach out to that part that's protecting the old version of yourself. It's not mind control, it's mind cooperation or collaboration. You don't erase who you were, you simply upgrade who you are. I know a lot of us can get down with that, who want to become the best version of themselves, improve our fitness goals, our health goals, spiritual goals, financial goals, all those things, right? That's what hypnosis can help you with. And speaking of that, hypnosis, and particularly in hypnotherapy, we often divide our work into two lanes, me in particular. So vocational or avocational. Now, vocational is based around work and performance based. Use it when you want to improve your focus, boost your confidence, break procrastination habits, or execute things better, faster, or more optimally. In hypnosis for productivity, rewiring the subconscious to support your goals instead of fighting them is what we do. Now, on the other hand, avocational and the work that we do in hypnosis and hypnotherapy is work based around healing. It helps you release anxiety, grief, guilt, trauma, and it's the emotional backlog that keeps you reactive instead of creative or proactive. Now, this is hypnosis for peace, clearing emotional static, debris, so you can use your energy and flow towards purpose, not protection. That's what it's all about, guys. Flowing towards purpose and not protection. Because when we're in a position of serving and achieving our purpose, we can go out there and serve others and help other people perform better and, of course, feel more rewarded at the end of the day, right? So here's why both matter. Healing without execution leaves you still, and execution without healing leaves you hollow. I'm just dropping all kind of bars. I'm going to say that one more time. Healing without execution leaves you still, and execution without healing leaves you hollow. We want neither one of those. We want to be aligned for both, because real alignment happens when you can perform and feel peace while you're doing it. And that's where Dream with the Deadline lives. It's the intersection of ambition and alignment. So let's keep things moving and let's keep things real simple and practical. That's why I like to reside. What's practical works and what moves you forward. Things that are complex leaves you stuck, right? So simplicity scales, and what's practical moves you forward to your purpose, okay? There are two types of hypnosis that you need to understand. Two types of hypnosis. Big picture thinking is we can get off on a lot of different tangents. We could talk about Ericksonian and all kind of things like that, but we're going to talk about at a broad, high level, 30,000 foot view, two types of hypnosis that you guys need to familiarize yourself with. So the first one is going to be self-hypnosis. And this is one that I absolutely love. I do hypnosis with myself on a daily basis. And this is where you guide yourself. You learn how to enter a calm, focused state, give yourself precise suggestions, and come out recharged and realign. This is a form of self-conscious self-care. It's best if you practice it daily, quietly, and make sure it's repeatable. It's something you can use in the morning before work, during your breaks, lunch, or even right before you go to sleep. For example, if you have a big call or meeting, you might want to drift off to a place where you can focus, relax, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and say to yourself, I speak with clarity, and confidence. My voice is grounded and my presence matters. That's self-hypnosis. It's short, it's targeted, but it's also very, very powerful, guys. I highly, highly recommend it. The next form that you need to familiarize yourself with is heterohypnosis. This is when someone else is guiding, like myself, a certified hypnotherapist or practitioner. They hand you the depth, the pacing, the tone, phrasing, so your conscious mind can fully relax. This is where we help you access the conscious patterns you may or may not see and reprogram them safely for your own personal benefits. It's ideal for deep transformational work where you may have identity shifts that you're interested in doing, or trauma resolution, confidence rebuilding, or realigning your belief. Self-hypnosis keeps the momentum while heterohypnosis accelerates your evolution. Very important, not comfortable, but I highly recommend both types of hypnotherapy, because when you use them together, they can form a sort of a complete system for your conscious and subconscious alignment. And it is very, very powerful, right? So it's important to have yourself in a calm state, relaxed state, where you can put in these suggestions or have someone put in these suggestions for you. And also, just a heads up, guys, being calm and relaxed isn't just the goal. It's not the goal to just be able to drift off to a place where you feel relaxed and calm, but it is a gateway because the subconscious mind only accepts new programming in a calm, relaxed state. So when you're anxious or you're overthinking, your critical mind will act as if they're a bodyguard or a bouncer outside the club, right? To inhibit that type of change of coming in. But when you're in a relaxed or calm state, when your breathing slows, when your shoulders you drop and your thoughts soften, that guard finally steps aside. That's when the transformation actually begins. In that space, we can install new emotional blueprints, not through logic, not through willpower or motivation, but through feeling, because emotion is the language of the subconscious. Here's a practice you can try right now. I want you to go ahead. First, go ahead and shake your hands out. This is going to shake out any anxiety, any doubt, any fear, any worry. Now I want you to go ahead and just close. I want you to picture a color that feels calm to you. Maybe it's a light blue, maybe it's a gold, or maybe it's just a white light. I want you to imagine that color filling your body with ease, relaxation, calm, and washing out all the potential. Think of one word that captures how you want to feel. Say it quietly to yourself. Is it center? Is it certain? Is it focus? I'll let you decide. That's the start of self-hypnosis training. Training your nervous system to accelerate calmness, stillness, and performance. This is how we rewire the body to trust this new behavior instead of rejecting it. Once that calm and that relaxation is established, we begin a process that I call the feeling stack. It's how we transform emotional habits at the very core, at the root. The emotion keeping you stuck is the fear, the guilt, the hesitation, or the grief. I want you to locate where it lives, what moments or meaning it created. Replace it with the state you want, whether it's calm, clarity, or confidence. You decide. Now anchor it into a cue, a reaction, a breath, a word, a gesture, and reinforce it through repetition until it feels automatic. And that's how hypnosis creates permanent change. We don't fight the old pattern. We simply install a newer, stronger one. And every time you act from that new state, the subconscious updates its data, updates its information. It learns that this is now safe. And when safety meets identity, follow through becomes automatic. It feels natural. That's why my clients stop saying, I'm trying to change. They start saying, this is who I am right now. Because identity is the hidden architecture of behavior. And your subconscious doesn't chase goals, it protects your identity. If your goal and identity don't match, subconscious wins every single time. That's why people can consciously want success, but unconsciously stay stuck. Hypnosis bridges that gap. It lets you decide who you are, then align your emotions and actions to that decision. Because until you change your self-image, every success feels temporary. So here's your challenge for this week. I want you to listen to your own language, your own dialogue. Catch every time you say, I always or I never. These phrases reveal subconscious program. Then we write on. I used to hesitate. Now I move when it matters. Or I used to overthink. Now I trust my gut or my training. That's identity in motion. Subconscious alignment in real time. Because guys, motivation fades, but identity stays. And when your subconscious agrees with your conscious goal, effort becomes effortless. That's what this show is all about. Not forcing growth, but allowing transformation. Now, if this episode resonated, I want you guys to go ahead and book a consultation, have a free strategy session here in the description for you. Also, in the meantime, since I said book, go ahead and check out my book. It's Never Wait for Monday. And I'll be happy to serve you guys any way I can through my book or any other kind of medium I can. My goal is here to serve and add value best I can. Any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can find me any and everywhere, Derrick Wali or Derrick Wali Anderson on all social media platforms. Let's build the identity that finishes what matters. Until next time, guys, I want you to dream big, act fast, and finish what matters, because you're not as good as you think you are. You're better. I'm Derrick Wali Anderson, and I'll see you on the next shift. Have a great time. Have a great day.